Now we're back to where we started, okay? And as you saw, what I'm doing is I'm working these in, and then I'm going to twist and then weave through this one and weave through the other one, twist, twist, weave through one, weave through the other, twist. So I just want to do that one turn. So and that's fine, because what I want to do now is I'm going to start to separate these, and I'm going to start going between each one. All right. So again, we're at this juncture here. So I want to crisscross or twist, however you want to call it. All right. And then I want to go in between this first one. You can start to pull these apart and work that in there, like so. Okay. I'm going to force these down a little bit. Okay. Now the one on the bottom, again, should now want to come through, like that. Okay. And now what we start to do is we can start to push these down and close the gaps. Okay, if these were thinner spokes, thinner pieces, they'd work much better. Or rather, if these were thicker, like maybe a little thicker, then these would be smaller and it would be a little tighter. But it's okay. I mean, I'm just really kind of archiving this video on the how-to of it, and it can be refined based on the types of materials that you choose to work with. So I'm gonna start spreading these out, and again, I want to start to get in between each one. So now I've got this twisted like so. So I want to go now in between that one, and then come up through the other one and work it. Okay, and then I'm gonna crisscross, and now I want this spoke here. I want to pull that aside. Okay. And then go between that one, like that, and then this one, like that. Okay, hopefully you can see that, just like so. And then I'm gonna go under, I'm gonna go over this, the second one here, go through here like that, and then have this one come up through like that. Okay. So, and as you can start to see, they start to spread out, and as we start to weave, we're going to continue to help them work themselves apart. Okay, and then I'm running out of spoke on the bottom here, so I'm going to run an insert here, and I'm going to continue on with that. So this is another one. I'm going to try to get this ready to work with me a little bit, and I want to use this as an insert. Okay. Snip right about here. Okay. And this bottom piece, all I'm going to do is I'm going to insert it like kind of right next to itself, and it'll lock in place and actually kind of go underneath one more. Okay. And we're going to just continue on with our weaver. Okay. Okay. Like so. And then I'm going to twist. Uh-oh. Away. I'm going to twist. And then I'm going to pull my next spoke over. Oops. You know what? I did that incorrectly. So let's start over again. So I'm going to take the smaller end and insert it. I knew something was off. Alright. And then this top piece can come over. And now we can twist like so. Alright, this next piece now can go in between the spoke, and then my new weaver can come up like so, and then we can continue on until I run out of the bottom one here, which I'm about to. So I'm going to do this here. do this like that. So just like so. So we're going to continue on, and I'm going to add more weavers. And basically the idea is to get these spread out so that they're even. Okay? Okay, I'm going to continue building out these spokes here. Again, if these were smaller, or rather if these spokes here, if the weavers were smaller and the spokes were a little bit thicker, it'd probably be a little bit more uniform. But like I said, I'm just kind of trying to archive the process versus making anything beautiful right now. I've got a lot of stragglers going on, and to keep it from lying flat. I've seen in a lot of videos and a lot of other tutorials that, you know, traditionally they put a weight or a stone on, and as they're weaving, especially as they're starting to weave the uprights. So what I'm going to go ahead and take this time to do is go ahead and start to snip off some of the weavers that are sticking out, so that we can start to shape things and keep things a little uniform and loose, or tight, I should say. Those there. Just kind of weaving things and keeping things tight and nice and flat and uniform. Okay, so what I'm doing, again, I'm going in between each one of the spokes, and I'm weaving in extra pieces. And these are one too many right now. I don't need this one. Get rid of that. And this one here, I've got this one. This one's about running out, so I need to start putting in some extra. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. I'm gonna get rid of this one here. Okay, so I can lay, and then I'm gonna add another weaver. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue weaving these around. And again, once I get to a point here, I'm gonna take a new one. Yeah, I can probably continue using this whole piece here. I'm gonna go the thin end here. I'm just gonna insert where it starts. And again, we'll be able to snip these loose ones off, like so. And this will be the start of a new one. So this is going to go over the top. I'm going to weave this here, and as we're making our weaves, we start to bend the spokes in. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snip this one because we won't need it anymore. That end. And now we're dealing with these two pieces here. So I'm going to go ahead and shape that over. And then cross that like that, tighten that in, and then pull that in like that. So now I can pull this one over here and now crisscross. Okay, so again, and then crisscross like so. Okay, so we're basically training the spokes to go where we want them to go. And then this end is getting too thick, and so we're going to go ahead and snip that off. But before that, we're going to put in another weaver, another thin piece here, and I'm going to insert this. I'll insert this upwards because that's where it's starting. This way, like so. Put that behind. That in tight, crisscross that over, crisscross that over, like that. So now I can kind of get rid of this one. It's easy. Like that. So. Crisscross, and again, as we continue to crisscross, we continue to spread. Alright, so we are coming to a point where we're almost done. I think I'm going to insert one more weaver to round it out, or one more. I'm going to insert one more set of weavers to round it out, and then we're going to call it good, and we're ready for the next step. But what's interesting about the willow, once it's wet, you see how it bends. I mean, it doesn't snap or break anything. It just kind of bends, and it's very wiry. It's very tough. And what I actually can do is, my snits dropped, is if the weavers are getting like little spaces in here, I can take these and kind of tap them down and make things tight. Okay? And make them tighter. Okay, so and then of course we can always weave in extra weavers, but this is essentially at a point where we are. This is basically how you make the base, and we're going to add a little bit more, and as long as we have that's the round base, and we will be able to build from there.